I'll start by saying that, communication is, in its simplest sense, the sharing of meaning. And of course, it starts with the use of code, language being its most instrumental tool. And so with language, you share meaning. And when I say language, it doesn't necessarily have to be verbalized. It can come in codes, sometimes in metaphors, possibly images or anecdotes. And from there, you migrate to sharing your intentions, through meta communication, through paralanguage. From shared intention, you migrate to sharing meaning, and then move to understanding. Let me make this very clear in a way that you can relate to it. For children, they start babbling, right? And then from there they migrate to gesture, text, tactile communication. When a child is talking to you and you are not responding, the child is likely to touch you. And then point to a direction. That's pantomiming. Those are basic origins of shared intention, tapping, sharing meaning. When the field of experience overlaps, meaning is shared. There is an understanding. So in its simplest definition, communication is the sharing of meaning. And so, it is the most important tool that we need for survival, to imbibe the cultures of society, for knowledge production, for organizing society. I have said this to lay the foundation that for a leader, the most essential tool that a leader requires is ability to communicate intentionally, sincerely, with clarity, and in an ethical fashion. And so, why is that important? You communicate to build relationships. You communicate to cultivate relationships. The relationships move you to a trust level. From trust level, you migrate to some level of effectiveness as a leader. When you communicate frequently, sincerely, and honestly with people, and you do that regularly, they are able to trust you, especially when you are able to implement those intentions that have been communicated. And then you migrate from there to having understanding. That understanding is precisely a building block for you to be able to cultivate relationship. From relationship, you migrate to trust level. With time, trust level increases incrementally. And then you are now at a threshold of what I would call leadership effectiveness. So you can see the continuum I have established. Ability to communicate sincerely with clarity, with good intentions, helps you to now cultivate relationship. The frequency and the transparency and ethical nature of what you do repeatedly gets you to cultivate relationship with the people you are leading. From there, you migrate to a level of trust. From trust, people can relate with you, walk up to you to ask you, to discuss some concerns that they have with you because they believe that genuinely you are going to address it. You are not going to be partial. You are not going to exercise any level of unethical leadership or unethical intelligence or some measure of bigotry or racism as we find in our society. The moment people can trust you, that you cannot be located in those space of negativity, you are already on your way to being effective as a leader. The moment the trust level drops, there's a disconnect. The moment leaders are not able to implement that which they say, what we say in another form, walking the talk, there's a disconnect. Communication is so essential that those who handle communication management should be taken more seriously than medical doctors or even lawyers. I say this without any fear of contradiction, not because I operate in the communication management space. If you know you have a case and you know that you need to tell your lawyer the truth, to give him the understanding that he requires to be able to defend you. If you have an ailment and you are not forthcoming in revealing the extent of your concerns with your doctor, diagnosis will be very difficult. So, communication professionals, practitioners should be taken more seriously by organizations than anybody. What does this suggest? It also means that communication professionals must be able to own their space. They may not be the best in their generation, but they must be able to hold their space.